What's up, guys? This is Logic. This is my Smackdown live review for September 3rd, 2019. I'm on a marathon right now. I'm going video back to back, back to back. Just finished my Raw video, and I'm just gonna get this done. But I might take my time on this one a little bit because Smackdown is a little bit. It's just a little bit more easier to digest because of the 2 hours, and I like the stars on SmackDown a little more than the stars on Raw, and just the SmackDown overall just feels a lot, just much more better. But anyway, guys, like my video, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. Follow me on Twitter at Logic is Key YT. Logic is Key YT. Make sure you follow me, like all that, you guys. You know what to do already. Like, comment, whatever. We're gonna start this off. We have Bayley entering the ring. Now, Bayley, the night before, she just turned heel. She has aligned herself back with Sasha Banks, and now she has some explaining to do. She beat up Becky Lynch with that chair. Now, this is what I don't like about Bayley. Bayley's coming out, and she's coming out normally. And this is a theme, a trend. This is what they're going to do with her character now. She comes out normal as the good guy, right? But she's really the bad guy because she's going to start doing heel tactics, and she's going to try to justify it by explaining how she wasn't in the wrong. I'm not sure what she's going to explain about what happened at Clash of Champions because today's SmackDown, so I'm going to find out what's her excuse this time. Did the turnbuckle just fall off or whatever? But whatever. She comes out, regular Bayley music, regular Bayley buddies, smiling, whatever. I wanted a more darker Bayley. I wanted Bayley to come out in all black. I don't know, wear some black makeup. Don't have like little ponytail, none of the colorful colors. Come on. Where's the hillbilly? Where's the real hillbilly Bailey? But whatever. I can't book WWE. I just wanted that. I think that would be way better than just having her continue to come out as this smiley Bailey. But whatever. So Bailey comes out. She's looking around. Got a mixed reaction. The crowd is cheering her. Then half of the crowd is cheering her. Half of the crowd is booing her. People don't know if they cheer her or boo her because she's been so boring as a face. She turned heel. Everyone gets excited. We like her. We want her to do good. We have respect for Bayley. So whatever. She says she doesn't get it. But she gets into the promo and she basically says she's still the hero. She's still the role model. She feels that she did it for the fans and the kids, and she did it for her best friend Sasha. She showed that the little kids that they should be loyal to their friends, and that's exactly what she was to Sasha. How can she turn her back on Sasha after everything they've been through? After that, she basically said that she's been putting the SmackDown Women's Division on the map, and she feels like people should feel like she's a champion and deserving to be on the same level as Becky Lynch, basically. And at Clash of Champions, when she faced Charlotte Flair, she will prove that. And she calls Charlotte the most selfish person on the planet. Then Charlotte music hits. Charlotte makes her way down to the ring. Charlotte doesn't say much, She says she's the queen of selfishness, whatever. And she basically says, at Clash of Champions, boom, here comes Sasha Banks music. Everyone goes crazy. Sasha Banks is up on the ramp, slowly walking toward the ring. Charlotte already knows she's outnumbered, so she immediately attacks Bayley. Then here comes Sasha Banks, comes in, and they get the chair, and they beat Charlotte up. Simple as that. Same thing that they did to Becky, they did to Charlotte. I like this. Whatever. I enjoy that they're back together. This is the four horsemen facing each other, basically. Sasha and Bayley versus Becky and Charlotte. Charlotte and Becky are forced to tag back together, even though I kind of still don't like it because they're bitter enemies. Like last year, they were literally bitter enemies. There's no way they should be even finding a way to trust each other. But I guess if this is the direction they're going in, they need to make everything mean something and count, I guess. Whatever. If this is what they're gonna do, I will give my little prediction on what they're gonna do or theory of what they're gonna do in my future videos. But trust me, 4 horsemen versus 4 horsemen. Keep that in mind. we finally have the King in the Ring quarterfinals match, Mustafa Ali versus Elias. And I gotta say, this was a great match. This match was fantastic, actually. Mustafa Ali, and this is, you know what the King of the Ring has done? The King of the Ring has brung Baron Corbin to the best matches of his career, and has even brung Elias to his greatest match. Like I said before with Cedric, it was because it's Cedric Ali. He's a good performer, and that's what good performers do. But listen, it doesn't matter. Ali and Elias, I love how this match went about. Elias was just tossing Ali all around. Ali was fighting back just to, stay alive. He was showing that he had life. But Elias wins. Elias, he. And look, my biggest fear happened that Shane McMahon would get involved. And like next week, we will talk about that. But I knew this was going to happen somehow, that they was going to mess up the King in the Ring and have Shane McMahon be involved in it. But anyways, basically, Elias, he had to drift away. 1, 2, 3. This, if anything, this is the match to watch. I'm not really going to get into it because, I'm pretty late. I have a lot of uploads to do. So, guys, listen, I recommend this match a lot. This was a good, fantastic match. Samoa Joe was here tonight, and he had an interview, and the interviewer asked Joe about his triple threat match on Raw, but she wants to know why is he on SmackDown Live. Joe says he's just scouting his competition. Simple as that. And he will be the King of the Ring. He will win the King of the Ring, whatever. He didn't win. The most intimidating guy, I gotta say, Samoa Joe, probably the most intimidating guy. I'm being so serious right now. If I don't want to catch Samoa Joe in a dark alley, this guy seems like a mob boss. He seemed like he would uranagi me into the mat, senton me, and then take my whole clothes off, take my money, leave me butt naked. This guy is a beast, but he's a loser. Doesn't win matches, doesn't do nothing. Has a threatening voice, has a threatening presence, but he can't win the match. But whatever. So we see something with him a little later with Chad Gable. We get another promo with Aleister Black in the closet. And I actually like this because he got out of the closet. So Black says that if no one's going to come to the mountain, he's going to go to the mountain. So he be heading to the ring. So he leaves the room, and we will see him in action later on tonight. I was wondering who they're going to put him against. They put him against Shelton Benjamin. It wasn't a crazy match, but it got the job done. More exposure to Aleister Black. They're not using him like as much. I like that, but still, like, don't just have him cutting these weird promos in the back. Just have him mysterious. Keep him quiet. But they already had him speak his mouth. They already had him talk. Say all this nonsense. So they're gonna continue with it. But I don't know. I like it that, like, when I like NXT guys, Ricochet and Aleister Black, when you compare these two, I say that Aleister Black is looking a little bit better than Ricochet. Yes, Ricochet has won the gold. He won the U.S. title, but not for long, for like 3 weeks, or I don't even know how long it was. It wasn't that long. Aleister Black hasn't been getting overexposed, and like he still seems mysterious, and he just still has that feel to him that he can be a top guy. But you have to like build these guys up. You have to give them credible opponents. I understand what the phase they're going through. Shelton Benjamin, he's not a credible opponent, but we have respect for him. But you have to give him credible opponents. So I hope Aleister Black gets a little bit of a push. He wasn't in the King of the Ring, so he needs a little bit of a push coming soon. We already know that they're not overexposing him, but the push needs to happen already. So we have Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss versus Fire and Desire. Fire and Desire pick up the win. At the end, they went for like a high low. They Mandy Rose went for the knee. Sonya Deville went for the leg behind with like a chop block or like a kicking chop block. I really like that move. That was a nice way to end the match. Anyways, this match was pretty good. It was probably, I don't know if it was the best, but one of the best Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross matches. I really enjoyed it. And then the champions lost, which I don't like that the champions have to lose for someone else to get a championship. I mean, it can be done, but this happens like almost all the time. Is either the The champion has to lose, or just like what Raw, what AJ said, you have to just look at the championship and you get a shot. So I don't like that. That's how they get the title shot. But whatever. It led to a decent match at Clash of Champions, I guess. So I enjoy this. I don't really have a lot to complain about, but whatever. And by the way, the women's tag team titles, they don't mean nothing. That's why I really don't care about it. They don't have no prestige to it. They need some legit teams, and they just need to like give it more time and make it feel more important. I don't know. We're like constantly seeing it more often on shows now, but I don't know. It's just something about it that doesn't feel prestigious. Like if they stayed on Bailey and Sasha, I feel like they would have been more prestigious. But hey, what do I know? I don't know. They feel so like like it feels like a filler. You know what I mean? I know I'm not the only one that feels like that. Samoa Joe finally makes his appearance. I think this is the only appearance from him too. He just came to bully Chad Gable. More about the short jokes. Chad Gable was getting ready for his match with Andrade, and he just bumped into him because he's a bully. Whatever, I guess. A part that I like about this SmackDown was Randy Orton's promo for Kofi Kingston. We know last week he lured Kofi Kingston into the back, and he caught him with the DDT across the table because he got Kofi mad because he talked about his children and how his children gave him that note. And he basically admired that he did it, and he did it again. So Randy Orton made his way out. He said Clash of Champions is in 2 weeks. And basically, that means we will have a new WWE champion in 2 weeks. Kofi's a fraud. And he led Kofi to a trap. And the best part was just hearing Kofi's head bounce off the floor. So then they showed a video package of what happened to the New Day, Xavier getting his leg broken, what happened with Kofi Kingston, whatever. And basically, he said that he didn't want to wait for Clash of Champions. He wants Kofi right now. So Kofi fell for the trap again. Kofi Kingston's music started playing, and the next thing you know, we see Kofi Kingston fighting the Revival on the stage. So I'm guessing Kofi was about to come out, and the Revival just blindsided him. So basically, they got him in another trap. They bring him to the ring. Next thing you know, got the Super RKO. Boom. Laid him out again. Kofi's looking stupid again. I love it. Randy Orton is just such a good heel. I absolutely love it. The way they was building this up, it was like Kofi is definitely gonna retain, and he did. He's definitely gonna retain the title because he's constantly getting beat up and beat up and beat up. So I don't know if he keeps getting beat up and he loses to Randy Orton. How are you gonna take him seriously after? Like everything that Randy says is coming true. He's not on his level if he's gonna get beaten up and then lose the title. So yeah, Kofi's gonna win at Clash of Champions. We already know this. Now, the King of the Ring quarterfinals, Andrade Cien Almas, gotta get the full name, versus Chad Gable. This was a star-making night for Chad Gable. Chad Gable got so over tonight. The crowd went crazy when he won. This was a good match. Another good match. I recommend you guys go back and watch. This was a great match. Selena Vega had to get involved too, but it still didn't matter. Chad Gable got the win. Chad Gable got the win from impressive. You got an impressive roll up from like countering the hammerlock DDT, and he got the win. I'm gonna get through this fast, like I said, but the crowd went crazy when he won. He ran around the ring looking all excited. Andrade looked the shock. Selena looked the shock. It was a great match. This is a great underdog story. And before I skip and go to the next segment, Selena Vega cut a promo on Chad Gable for the match start, and he was like, "People like me." When she said "people like me," she meant like short people like me. Like she was calling him a female. But you got to think about this. Chad Gable is 5'8", and Andrade's 5'9", so it's not really much of a height difference. It's like 1 inch. So I don't know. Like it kind of doesn't make sense. Like Andrade's not that taller, but whatever. I know the whole short joke I mean, if they did the whole angle with Chad Gable went all the way to the King of the Ring, and he still won the King, and we call him King Gable when he's short. I'm really interested of how they would have went with that angle, like how they would have booked Chad Gable moving forward. But obviously, if you don't know by now, he doesn't win. So we have Aleister Black versus Sheldon Benjamin. I already spoke about this a little bit. Quick match. Pardon me. Quick match. Black mass. Boom. That's all you need to know. Aleister Black still looking good, looking great, looking better than ever. Looking better than Ricochet right now, in my opinion. But hey, I don't know. I don't know how you would book Aleister Black. I would just make him quiet. Just make him win matches. Just that's all he needs to do. Just like Bray Wyatt. We always say Bray Wyatt, he can't lose. Same thing with Aleister Black. Keep the mystique. Keep him quiet. Make him win matches. That's how you win the title. Simple as that. Here we go with 24/7 championship. We had Drake Maverick and his wife. They are rushing to get out of there. First of all, why y'all there? I know it's your job, but why y'all there? You're not scheduled. So why y'all rushing like to leave? You didn't just win the title. You're already the champion. So yeah, I don't know. It just they just came out of nowhere and like we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. Like, bro, why do you come then? But anyways, it was like an obstacle course. You got the Bollywood boys. What are they called? The Singh brothers rolling through trying to pin him. Whatever. Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas try to come, and Bo Dallas actually successfully pinned him and became the title, and he ran off. Whatever. So now we have Shinsuke Nakamura with a jobber. So Sami Zayn has his jobber in the ring, whatever, stops the music, and he's talking for Shinsuke Nakamura. He doesn't want the crowd to sing along. Nakamura gets in the ring. He says this man will be considered The Miz. So whoever this jobber is, he's The Miz. Shinsuke Nakamura clearly beats him up. Kinshasa, whatever. I mean, I get it. I get what they're doing with the story, but I just don't care enough. I like the pairing of Sami Zayn and Nakamura, but just having a random jobber come out and saying, "Oh, this is the Miz," I mean, it's hard to get invested in that. So hey, and of course, after this, after the match, like immediately after the match, Bo Dallas is running toward the ring. A whole bunch of wrestlers is chasing, whatever. And basically, our truth is well, I'm skipping ahead a little bit. Drake Maverick, he basically recaptures the 24/7 championship. He's celebrating, he's on the ramp, and our truth, he's like disguised and like as a rack hanger or something, like I guess like what is it, the king's like cape or whatever, I don't even know what to call it, but whatever, he's disguised behind it, and he comes up, he pins Drake Maverick, runs off, comes like a I don't know, a 14-time champion now. Like I'm not like 16, 14, 15, I lost count, but I guess hey, I give it that. Our truth just standing there disguised, I give that. That was funny. Okay? But all this other nonsense with the guys just chasing them like that's all we see every week. We see these guys chasing this one guy. Oh, he's the champion. I mean, run around the building. Like this is not fun. But our truth, he's probably the funniest guy in the 24/7 grouping area, the jobber area. Probably the funniest guy, probably the best 24/7 champion we got. I mean, he is a multiple time champion, but hey, I give it this. This was probably the funniest one I seen. Finally, we get to the main event, and this was pretty confusing because I thought it was going to be a swerve. I thought Daniel Bryan was going to be a part of this the whole time, but clearly he's not. When I say somebody else had to be driving that forklift, because Rowan, he pushed like the boxes or crates or whatever it was, the production crates, onto Roman Reigns, but somebody was driving the forklift. Somebody dropped the scaffolding on Roman Reigns. Who was it? If it wasn't Daniel Bryan, who was it? We all know who it is. I'm not going to mention in this review, but we all know who it is. Anyways, so Daniel Bryan comes out. He's pretty upset. But the crowd, this is a Daniel Bryan crowd right here. We get a Daniel Bryan chant. They love Daniel Bryan. So Bryan says it's nice to hear people believe in him. Other people think he's guilty by association with Eric Rowan. Bryan says the entire time he had nothing to do with it. And basically, he wants an apology from Roman Reigns because he's not a liar. Roman Reigns, his music hits. Roman is walking down. Rowan right behind him attacks him. Boom. Next thing you know, a brawl is happening. Rowan and Roman are fighting. Next thing you know, we have Daniel Bryan trying to stop Rowan from attacking Roman Reigns. And Daniel Bryan gets chokeslammed through the table. He gets the iron claw to the table. By the way, I skipped a little bit. Rowan, he hit Roman with the steel steps. Then he was gonna put Roman through the table, but Daniel Bryan stopped him. Then he had to take it. So at the end of this, as I was watching it, I was like, so was it really Rowan all along? It doesn't make sense. He had to have a partner, and he did have a partner. I mean, there's no point of keeping it like a secret anymore. We all know this is gonna come out late. It was Luke Harper. Finally, we have Luke Harper. But at the moment watching this, it was just so many questions. It was just stupid. It just didn't make sense. But now that we finally have the piece of the puzzle, it makes sense. And the Bludgeon Brothers, or I don't even know if you want to call them that, they're back. So there you go. Thank you guys for listening to this SmackDown review. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, follow me on Twitter at LogicIsKeyYT. That's LogicIsKeyYT. And look out for more videos. I will have all these videos uploaded on the same day. Don't worry about it. I got you guys.